Hey everybody, Rez the Collector here. Today we're going to be looking at The Flash. I had promised this video in my comparison of the Mattel versus DC Superman New 52, and I decided to expand that instead of doing a versus to just go ahead and pretty much look at my entire Flash collection. If you just saw, I just put up a Wonder Woman video, basically showcasing my Wonder Woman figures, and a lot of the figures you're going to see here are going to be set counterparts to those Wonder Womans, such as we're going to start in the same way. We're going to start with the 1984 DC Superpowers figure. Unlike the Wonder Woman, he is in pretty good shape. Like the Wonder Woman, unfortunately, he doesn't stand very well. Because his power action was actually in his legs, unlike most of the figures whose power actions where there was a punching motion or a swinging motion. You squeeze his arms together and his legs actually move a little bit. Because of that, they're a little bit looser than a lot of the other figures. Unlike the Wonder Woman, his feet are at least proportionately sized. It's just that looseness that keeps him falling over. Alright, then we're going to go ahead and go down the line here. Now, like most of you know, or all three of you know, as I of course stated in my other videos, I am a big fan of different variant costumes. So let's start with the ultimate variants in the DC universe, and that's going to be the Elseworlds. Elseworlds is a comic book series that takes your standard DC characters and puts them in different situations, different time frames, basically switches everything you know about the character and tells a fresh story. This is the JSA Liberty Files Flash. Of course, it's going to be based on the original Flash, the Jay Garrick character. It does have the metal helmet with the wings on the side, and then it has Jay Garrick's version of the Thunderbolt. I do really like this figure. For a long time there, I mean, it never was going to rival my Superman obsession, but the Flash was one of my favorite characters with Lantern. Strangely enough, I had a small Batman phase, but nothing like the times I'd gone off on tangents with the Flash and Lantern. I've got quite a few comic books starring them. I mean, I've got a lot of Batman too, but there was just certain periods where those characters really, I don't know, their stories kind of spoke to me because they were more everymen than Superman or Batman. Because of course Bruce Wayne was rich and Superman was an alien. Both the Flash and Green Lantern were characters that kind of had this thrust upon them. So there's the Elseworlds. Now let's just go ahead and take a look at the character this one's going to be based on. And we have the Crisis Flash. Of course, this is the Jay Garrick version, the original Flash. You can see the comparison between the two there with the Thunderbolts and the helmet. Of course, he is still in package, and this is from the Crisis, basically Army of Heroes Within Your Grasp. It's got the big monitor hand there coming through. And this is figure, Series 1, figure 47. Alright, next we actually have a statue that I picked up not that long ago. This is the original Flash, or I should say second Flash, the Silver Age Flash, and I guess current Flash in the New 52. Barry Allen going up against the leader of his Rogues Gallery, Captain Cold. This is a limited edition statue. It does have a number here. It is number 57 of 1200, so it's a very low number of the limited edition. It's a very cool statue. You've got Captain Cold shooting off his ray gun. You've got a safe there with the money. You've got Flash's feet caught in the ice. It's very cool. I do like it. I did get a great price on it. I bought it at a local disc replay, and I really don't think they know what they had for the price that I paid for it. It was a steal. Alright, let's take a look at this one here. Now, though this is a very standard figure, What makes this one special is the fact that I did get it signed by Michael Rosenbaum, who did voice the Flash in the Justice League cartoon. You can see it there. I bought this figure specifically to have him sign it. I was not a fan, really. I mean, I was a fan of the show, but the overlarge torso style of the Justice League, the Superman animated adventures, and even the Batman animated adventures. I mean, the stories were great writing, but I was never a huge fan of the just the figure, the animation style. But again, the writing, the storytelling was great, and it was nice to go ahead and pick this up and actually get it signed by Mr. Rosenbaum. Alright, next we've got a counterpart to one of those Wonder Woman figures that we saw. And this is the new Frontier Flash. And unlike most Flash figures, he actually does come with an accessory. You can see that backpack, and that backpack, from other things I've seen, of course, I don't remove them from the packaging. That backpack is removable. And of course, it is a variant. It's taking a look at that 1950s style before superheroes were all muscled out like this, where he looks like, a normal guy who got powers and is, trying to make the world a better place with them. And then, of course, we have the Black Flash from the Blackest Night series. Now, as I'd mentioned when we were looking at the Wonder Woman figures, some of these they had decided to go like all out zombie, and some of them just kind of looked more like a vampire, preserved. The Black Lantern Flash is one they definitely went zombie on. I mean, he looks gross and undead. I mean, honestly, but it is an extremely cool figure. You really can't go wrong with those Blackest Night figures. They are awesome. I really haven't seen one that I don't like. I don't know that I'll ever collect them all, but I definitely, for the characters that I like, I definitely try to pick them up. There's a couple I am missing that I want. I of course want the Batman, which I don't have. I like the Firestorm as a figure, but I don't know, the fig just it doesn't. Yeah, I guess it just doesn't do it for me. But the Hawkman was pretty cool, and I believe there's a Martian Manhunter one out there too that I might eventually have to pick up. And now we have the new 52 Flash. Now, I do have the 7-pack Justice League New 52. And the main differences between those are going to be, this Flash has the lightning, I guess, going around him, and I do believe that is removable if you want to display the fig. But it also has the piping all piped out in yellow, like when Flash is running in the comic. The New 52 DC Collectibles version doesn't have the piping all highlighted in yellow. Alright, and the last couple things we're going to look at here is, again, like I showed with Wonder Woman, we've got a couple of the hero clicks here. Get a good better view here. We've got the Flash, and then of course we've got Kid Flash here, who goes basically with the reverse colors. I always thought they should have done a more variation of that suit, because I mean the reverse color is basically a Flash enemy called Professor Zoom, and his costume is basically the exact reverse of Flash's, where Flash's is red with yellow boots, his is yellow with red boots, and I always thought that Kid Flash almost looked like a sidekick to the evil Professor Zoom more than to the Flash himself. But that is the majority of my Flash stuff. I do have a couple of drawings by a artist called R.A.K. That I've run into a couple times at Chicago Comic-Con, a couple different years. And he's a pretty cool little artist here. And then, of course, I do have that 7-pack, which we've all seen. And it's been shown in a couple of my videos, so I'm not going to bother going and looking at that again. Get one more last view of that statue here, and again, if you like my videos, go ahead and click the subscribe button. Feel free to leave a comment, and I hope your collections are going great too. Have a great day.